Hello, everyone. This is a Yin Yoga practice for beginners. So maybe you have been seeing a lot of Yin Yoga classes available on YouTube and kind of been wondering what Yin Yoga is all about. Yin Yoga is a very passive and gentle yoga practice where all of the poses are done either sitting or laying down. And we hold the poses from anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. And the purpose of that is to have the muscles relax. So rather than activating the muscles like we would do in a regular style of yoga, vinyasa or ashtanga, Yin gives us the opportunity to really get more into the fascia, the ligaments, the tendons, and the joints. Still having availability to create lots of flexibility in the muscles, but we're just deactivating everything as well as decompressing the nervous system. Yin is a beautiful gift of just slowing everything down, releasing stress, releasing any tension in a very relaxing, nurturing way. So this practice today is I'm focusing on beginners. So typically, like I said, we hold poses anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, usually in the latter portion, 3 to 5 minutes. But for the purpose of this class being for beginners, I'm going to do around 2 minutes for each pose. And again, the purpose is to have you deactivate the muscles. And the challenge can also be just being in the pose for that long of a period of time. For those of us that have, mental chatter that goes on, or just have a lot of energy in the body and the mind, just like Shavasana, if you're familiar with Shavasana, the beautiful last pose that we typically do in yoga classes where we're laying in stillness. These poses are very similar to that, where we are just relaxing and coming into a restorative mindset as well as place for the body. You won't need any props for this practice, and if you want to bring in props, of course you may. But so I just wanted to teach you really quick too. We have 4 principles of Yin Yoga. The first one being finding your edge, which means that on a scale of 1 to 10, when you get yourself into the pose, you want to find the stretch at about a 5. So nothing too intense, and you're not pulling and straining yourself to get into that stretch or into that pose. And then also not anywhere like below the 5 where you're not feeling any sort of stretch at all. So finding that edge right around level 5, and then holding the pose like I spoke earlier, but anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. So we just be still in the pose to deactivate the muscles, and finding a place of relax and release for the muscles, and also finding stillness. So stillness is where the challenge can be: stillness of mind, stillness of body. But it's a beautiful, beautiful practice for your entire well-being. And then I also like to add the additional component of breathing. So I will guide you into breathing into the areas of the body that we are focusing on in each pose. So that being said, our first pose is going to be a half butterfly pose. So I'll have you extend your right leg all the way out and kind of having it at an angle. And then your left heel is just going to be in towards the groin, and bringing your fingertips to your mat or to the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen up nice and tall, and then you're just going to walk yourself into a forward fold, being really careful not to let that right knee or foot roll in or roll out. We want to keep the knee and toes up towards the ceiling or sky, and then just walking yourself out. Again, finding your edge. So we're focusing on that right hamstring and also through the low back, and you may even feel this in that left glute, depending on where your body is at today. So just making your way into a very gentle forward fold, letting your head be heavy, dropping the chin into the chest. allowing those shoulders to relax, the neck to be at ease, and deactivating that right leg. So notice if the quad wants to engage or the knee wants to lock. We want to let all of that go. And breathing in through your nose, send the breath all the way down into your low back and belly. And then starting off with an open mouth exhale. And then just breathing in and out through the nose. Same focus of breathing into the belly and low back. Slowing your breath down. Releasing any tension in your jaw or the facial muscles. Noticing any gripping going on in the hands or the fingers, wherever your hands are placed. I'm going to take one more breath here. Taking a cleansing breath. A cleansing breath is just like we did. You take an inhale, send the breath all the way to the low belly, low back. And then taking a big open mouth exhale to cleanse the body. And bringing your upper body up about halfway. And now from here, we're just going to walk ourselves over to that right leg. Framing the leg with the hands and just coming into a forward fold here. Checking in with that right leg again. Notice if the knee came to a place of wanting to be locked or the quad is engaging, letting that go. And now you may be feeling this, should be feeling this in your left side, low back. Letting the head be heavy, dropping the chin into the chest again. Ungripping the hands, the fingers. Finding softness in each pose. And let's take one more breath here. Cleansing breath. Breathing into that left side low back. Open mouth exhale. And we really want to take our time coming out of our poses, especially forward folds, as we want to support the low back. So bring your hands in closer back towards you, and you're going to press into the palms of the hands and really using the weight of your arms to bring your upper body back up, turning to face center, and just pause here, closing the eyes, relaxing your shoulders, noticing the sensations that you feel, maybe the release that you feel through the low back. And let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, filling up the belly. Open mouth, exhale. And opening the eyes. Very nice. We'll switch to the other side. So extending that left leg out to the side, right heel in. And taking an inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, walking yourself forward. Now, always remember that one side of the body will most definitely feel different than the other side, as we typically have one side of the body that's tighter than the other. And not making anything up about it, just noticing, just being in awareness of how your body feels and where it's tight. Coming and finding your edge here in this pose. And then settling into the pose, letting your head be heavy, falling chin to chest. Ungripping. Taking a cleansing breath. And allowing gravity to support the upper body. Coming deeper into your fold. Again, not forcing anything. Just letting the body make its way when it's ready to come deeper. And taking one more breath here. Big breath in through the nose, filling up the belly, the low back. Open mouth, exhale. And lifting your body up about halfway. And then walking over to that left leg. Coming into our fold on this side. So framing the left leg with the hands. And then letting the upper body make its way into its fold. Notice if your shoulders are up by your ears. Just let those shoulder blades make their way down your back, softening through the shoulders, the arms. Feeling this in your right side, low back and spine. And taking one more breath here, breathing into that right side low back. Open mouth, exhale. Bringing those hands closer towards you, pressing into the palms, very carefully, mindfully, bringing the upper body back up. Turning center, taking a pause here, soften the shoulders. Cleansing breath, breathing into your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Opening the eyes, very nice. Let's bring that left leg right in front of the right. Coming into an easy seat. And now we're going to walk the hands out, coming into a forward fold here, getting into the hips and the low back. As you make your way into your fold and finding your edge, really focus on keeping those sit bones and glutes melted into your mat. So we don't want them peeling off your mat or the floor. And maybe you make your way to your forearms here or just the palms of the hands. Wherever your body's at is perfect. Remember that everybody's body is different and your pose may look very different than mine. The main thing is that you are feeling a stretch, you're feeling some release. Letting your head be heavy, dropping chin to chest, relaxing the shoulders. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths. And at any time that you find yourself getting distracted with thoughts or outside distractions, the practice of bringing yourself back into your body is to reconnect with your breath. So maybe you take another cleansing breath. And connect the breath into the area of your body where you're feeling this the most. Taking one more breath here. Inhale through the nose. Fill up your belly. Fill up your back. Open mouth. Exhale. And walking the upper body back up. Pausing here at the top once again. I always like to take these pauses just to really feel into what's being released and where tension or stress is being released in the body. Letting that all go. Take a cleansing breath here. Inhale through the nose, fill up your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Beautiful. Now we'll just switch the crossing of our legs. So now that right leg is going to come in front of the left. And same thing, walking your hands out, keeping those sit bones and hips glued to the mat. You may be feeling this more in that right hip or glute. Another option with the hands is to flip your hands so the palms are facing up. That kind of just alleviates the natural reaction of the fingers or hands wanting to grip. Finding the softness through the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. And taking nice, slow, deep, full breaths in and out through the nose. One more breath here, cleansing, inhale and exhale. Walking your upper body back up, coming to stillness here at the top. Cleansing breath. Opening the eyes. Very nice. Let's make our way onto our backs. Just lowering yourself down nice and easy. And we're going to hug that right knee in. Extend your left leg all the way out. Take a big squeeze here, bringing that right knee in towards your chest. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And now making our way into a twist. Your left hand to that right knee, and you're just going to guide that right knee all the way over. So our focus here is on stacking the right hip over the left hip. And then opening that right arm out to the side with the palm facing up. And if your foot is able, that right foot is able to just relax on the floor, that's great. If not, that's okay. And wiggle that left shoulder blade a little further out just to open up the chest a little more and let both shoulders melt towards the floor. Maybe you look over to the right. Softening the grip on your left hand. Relaxing your facial muscles. Softening your belly. Taking 3 more breaths here. Cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up the belly. Open mouth, exhale. Bringing your head back to center. Bring that right hand all the way over to your right leg. And then we're going to make our way onto our back as we hug that right knee back in. And then slide that left foot so it's on your mat. And then we're going to cross right ankle on top of that left thigh, coming into a figure four, or also known as reclined swan in Yin. And we're going to thread that right arm in that little opening there, and then bringing both hands together, interlacing the fingers, either behind the back of that left thigh or on top of the shin. And we're hugging that left knee in to feel the stretch into that right hip, glute, hamstring. Relaxing your shoulders. If you find yourself really having to lift the shoulders off of your mat to hold the leg, maybe bring the hands down lower to the thigh, or just lower that left foot down and you'll still get a stretch here in that right hip. Because remember, in our yin practice, we're trying to deactivate the muscles. So in this pose, could be that the shoulders are doing some extra work that we rather them not be doing. So finding a place where the shoulders can relax, the neck is relaxed. Notice if your chin is up really high, tuck your chin in towards the chest. Relaxing that left foot and leg. Taking a cleansing breath into your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Letting the belly soften and release. Feel the back release. And taking one more breath here. And releasing the hands, lowering the legs down, bringing both feet to your mat. Good. And then we'll just make our way to the other side. So now we're going to hug that left knee in, extend that right leg all the way out. Give a nice big squeeze, a nice big hug with that left knee. Take an inhale and an exhale. And now making our way into our twist on this side. Right hand's going to guide that left knee all the way over. Trying to stack that left hip over the right. Opening up that left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Softening the grip in that right hand and fingers. And maybe looking over to the left. Noticing any areas of your body that are gripping or holding. Just doing your best to soften everything out. Last breath here. And bringing your head back to center, bringing that left arm all the way over and making your way back onto your back, hugging that left knee in as you do. Take a breath here. And then we're going to slide that right foot up, foot to the mat, and then left ankle is going to come on top of that right thigh. Reclined swan, threading that left arm through your little opening here, interlacing the fingers and hands behind the back of the thigh or on top of your shin. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe wiggling the shoulder blades away from one another, creating lots of space through the upper back. Tucking your chin in slightly towards your chest. Letting that right leg and foot be at ease. Taking a cleansing breath just to guide your body to decompress. So take an inhale through the nose, filling up your belly. Open mouth, exhale, letting the belly soften, relax the muscles in the back. Same thing. Last breath here. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs, both feet to your mat. And now extending the legs all the way out, coming into our final pose, Shavasana. And bring your feet to the edges of your mat, letting the legs and the hips be nice and wide and open. Let the feet just fall out to the side. Bringing the arms a couple of inches away from the body, palms facing up. Taking a cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, fill up your whole body. Open mouth, exhale, giving the body and mind permission to decompress, to de-stress. And just be here in stillness and relaxation. Relaxing your jaw, facial muscles, shoulders. Let your belly be soft. Unclench, ungrip, and just be. Deepening your breath, taking a cleansing breath. And bringing some movement into your body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, your wrists, your ankles. And then reaching the arms back behind you, bring the legs in together, point through the toes, reach through the fingers, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the arms into the body, bend your knees, bringing your feet to your mat. And then we're going to hug the knees in, taking a few rocks side to side. And then rolling over to one side and pressing yourself up nice and easy. Coming to a seated pose to close our practice. Let's bring the palms of the hands together, closing the eyes, take a cleansing breath. Taking a moment to just notice how you're feeling. Noticing the benefits of this yin practice throughout your whole body, mind, soul, spirit. Taking another cleansing breath. And bringing the hands up, bringing your thumbs in between the brows or to your forehead. And we'll bow to one another with namaste, meaning the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this yin yoga practice for beginners. If you did enjoy it, if you could give this video a like, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any other questions about yin, or just want to say hello, leave me a comment. That would be great. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I have lots of other yin practices. So as you further your yoga or yin yoga practice, I have longer videos that may totally benefit you. So appreciate practicing with you today. Hope to see you again soon.